Off duty but on the call, 2 San Jose firefighters are being credited tonight for helping get people out of harm's way as a fire broke out at an apartment building. The fire started just before 10 o'clock this morning near Almaden Expressway and Coleman Avenue. The 2 firefighters just happened to be nearby and ran up the stairs and helped families to safety, even though they were not wearing any protective gear at the time. They told us every fire is a chaotic situation, of course, but this was much worse as they had to keep people from trying to return to their homes to get their belongings.
We secured utilities. We did a search of the units that we were able to get into. It was very hot. The fire was a very large fire. It was free burning in that one unit. And so we tried to stay out of the heat as much as we can and do what we can.
One firefighter injured his shoulder in the fire. By the way, those 2 firefighters were out campaigning against Measure V when the fire broke out. That measure would limit some negotiation rights for fire crews.
Well, 2 off-duty San Jose firefighters sprang into action this morning when they spotted a fire. A neighbor took this video of the fire at an apartment building on Viamonte Drive. And the reason the off-duty firefighters were in the neighborhood adds irony to the situation. Don Knapp is in San Jose to explain. Hi, Don.
Hi, unfortunately, let's say at the top, no one was injured, although about 10 folks live in that apartment building. All of those folks out of the apartment building tonight looking for other places to stay, and of course, they have lost a lot of their possessions. There is a bit of good news, as you indicated. 2 off-duty firefighters were in the right place at the right time to keep things from becoming much worse, even though they were in the wrong clothes. Firefighter Keith Weisty and Aris Ramos were out campaigning against ballot Measure V here in San Jose, which firefighters opposed because it would allow cuts to pensions and wages, they say. They saw smoke, and even though they were dressed only in casual clothes, Weisty was wearing a t-shirt and shorts and Ramos was wearing a t-shirt and jeans. They jumped in and did what firefighters do. They ran into the burning building. Here's their story.
Front department was fully involved when we got here. We had fire coming out all the windows and coming out the front door.
They attacked the fire with a garden hose. They evacuated a couple of the apartments. They shut off the utilities and they waited for the first arriving companies to get on scene.
We thought we were going to go for a walk, and we come onto a fire, and always once a firefighter, always a firefighter. You're not a firefighter on and off duty.
One firefighter fell through a floor of the upstairs apartment. He dislocated his shoulder. We're told that other than the dislocated shoulder, he's going to be okay. But it is likely that many people in this neighborhood are going to be much more receptive to the arguments by the firefighters against Proposition V.
2 off-duty firefighters are being credited with keeping a fire from spreading to other units at an apartment complex in San Jose. That fire broke out just before 10 o'clock this morning on Viamonte Drive. That's near Pioneer High School. The off-duty firefighters saw smoke rising while they were knocking on doors to encourage citizens to vote against Measure V on next month's ballot. That measure makes it easier for the city to cut the jobs of firefighters and police officers. They immediately rushed toward the rising smoke.
And no one was here on scene yet, so we decided to get to work. Search the building, make sure everybody was out, secure utilities, and then try and limit the spread of the fire.
A resident of the apartment complex cut his hand while breaking the glass on a fire extinguisher case, and a fire captain injured his shoulder. Investigators still don't know what caused that fire.